Welcome back to Tech Talk News, where we talk tech news. This is episode one more than whatever last episode was, and um, yeah, because barbershops are everywhere are closed. My father attempted to cut my hair, and predictably that did not turn out well. But today we have some breaking news to talk about in regards to new Apple products coming soon. So let's get started. I actually don't know what a store is called where you go get your hair cut. Like it's not called a barber shop, is it? I think a barber shop is where you go to get your hair cut. But anyway, Apple has leaked the release of an upcoming iPhone called the iPhone 9. Actually, this leak tells us that it's going to be called the iPhone SE, just like the model that was released back in 2016. I'm not exactly sure who found this leak in the first place, and I'm slightly to moderately too lazy to find out, but this leak shows a Belkin screen protector saying that it is compatible with the iPhone SE, 7, and 8 designs for the iPhones. Now, what this tells us is that there must be a new iPhone coming called the iPhone SE because the old iPhone SE has too small of a screen for a screen protector for the iPhone 8 to fit that. This goes along with recent rumors and leaks. Everyone was already expecting this device to come out in this month. Actually, it was expected last month, but got postponed, probably due to the virus, to this month. And this leak mostly just confirms the name to be iPhone SE. This name is better than iPhone SE 2 and even better than iPhone 9. But what is this new device in the first place? We haven't actually talked about it on this channel. Actually, we have talked about it on this channel. None of you remember. I can guarantee not a single person remembers. One of the first videos on this channel 2 years ago on July 21st, 2017, I talked about this phone on this channel. The description says the iPhone SE 2 is not happening, get over it. I don't care enough to watch the video because it's so bad that, well, I wouldn't wish it upon my, worst enemy, but I guess I was right. I mean, well, I was right for 2 years. So if you guys remember the old iPhone SE, that was basically the iPhone 5S, but with updated specs. So it was meant to be cheaper, but still have updated hardware in the body of an old iPhone. And that's exactly what this new iPhone SE is going to be. It's going to be an iPhone 8, but with iPhone 12 internals, which is why many people expected, or at least talked about it, as being called the iPhone 9, because, it's incremental from the iPhone 8, but not at the point where it's an iPhone 10 because it still has the old design. We're expecting probably the A13 chip in this thing and an updated camera, and that's pretty much everything you can expect. Rumors say that it's going to have a silver, space gray, and product red version. Colors and the name are always hard to get right or correct in the leaks and rumors right up until it's about to be announced. And the fact that we already know the color and the name tells us that it's probably going to be released soon. In fact, YouTuber John Prosser suggests that it will be announced on their website on April 14th or April 15th. There has been a crazy amount of hype around this phone, and I'm not exactly sure why. The main reason I can think of is that it brings back the old days of Touch ID in the home button and gets rid of the notch in Face ID. I don't really understand why Apple is trying to release this phone in the midst of this crisis, but I also kind of understand it because if they waited, then it would be too close to real iPhone season in September. And if they wait past that, then it's already outdated, because if you release it in 2021 and it has 2019 specs, then everyone's going to be confused. Because again, the point of this is to have current specs, just an old body. Apple doesn't want to release this at a point where it's old specs and older body. For our second news story, Apple did what? They leaked another product, this time on the Apple Support YouTube channel. They leaked AirTags. Twitter user Noah Evans did the heavy lifting for us and downloaded the video before it could be removed. So right now I'm probably showing you on the screen a little bit of that video, hoping that this video doesn't get copyright claimed. And right there you will see AirTags across the bottom. Now, what in the heck are AirTags? AirTags have been being reported on for probably more than 6 months. Maybe a year. I don't even remember. And basically, I haven't talked about it on this channel at all because I never thought it would be a real thing, honestly. Even though leaks were all over iOS, I just didn't understand. I mean, I guess I understood, but I just didn't see it becoming reality. Obviously, I was wrong. They are probably coming, probably at WWDC if I had to give my best guess, and that's what other leakers are saying. But from what I understand, these are basically small devices that you can place on anything, and then you'll be able to find it in the Find My iPhone app or Mac app or whatever on the website, just like you could any other Apple device. So you know how you can go into the app and see where your iPhone or your Apple Watch or your AirPods are. You'll also be able to see things that you've placed AirTags on, and you can probably name them if you have multiple. So I don't know what you would put that on though. Like, I don't know. You have a very special book. Yes, you're going to. It's probably going to be like $100 for one of these. You're going to waste $100 on a tag for a book that probably costs like $10, and then you can find the book in. I don't understand. I think it would be cool if, like, in a Mac, if you buy a Mac, you get a free AirTag or something like that. Apple would never do that in the history of ever, or in, like, ever. But it would be kind of cool to see that. In other news, the online streaming platform Zoom, which is used by a lot of schools that are closed right now, so that students can, like, it's like a video chat service, I guess I should have said. It's been having a lot of security flaws. Basically, not good people or people just trying to prank people. I don't know. People have been hijacking or have been able to hijack Zoom conference calls so that they can, like, join the call even though they're not invited. So schools have been moving away from Zoom. I think there are plenty that still use the Zoom, and they probably shouldn't. Why don't you just use, like, a reputable company's service like Google Meet or Google Hangout in the first place? Not that those can't be hijacked theoretically either. Anyway, don't use Zoom. If your school uses Zoom, tell them not to. Zoom has made a statement saying, "Wow, that's bad, guys. We shouldn't use that. Wow, sorry." Even CNN is reporting that the guy, over 90,000 schools across 20 countries have been using the platform for online teaching since the company offered its services free of charge to the schools because of COVID-19. Yeah, don't use free services, guys. Or if you're going to use free services, expect them to not be good, especially if you're using free services offered by random companies called Zoom instead of companies you trust, or, well, probably shouldn't trust Google either. I know this was a relatively short episode, but I just wanted to get that Apple news out to you as quickly as possible, and I'm also procrastinating on re-recording a MacBook review because I had audio issues the first time. Anyway, as always, stay connected, and due to temporary, hopefully, circumstances, stay inside.